I thought he was cheating. The truth made me cry. My boyfriend sent me a text message at 10:43 p.m. "We need to talk tomorrow." That's all he wrote. No explanation. No smiley face. Nothing. I stared at my phone as my heart started racing. What did he mean? Why tomorrow? Why not now? Within minutes, my mind was creating the worst possible scenarios. Maybe he was unhappy. Maybe he was losing feelings for me. Maybe he had met someone else. Maybe he wanted to leave. That night, I barely slept. I kept checking my phone. But no new messages came. Just silence. By 3 a.m, I was already imagining life without him, and the worst part? None of it was real. My name is Sophia, and I overthink everything. If someone replies late, I think they're upset with me. If a friend sounds different, I assume something is wrong. My brain never stops searching for problems, even when there aren't any. My boyfriend Daniel is the complete opposite of me. He's calm, patient, honest, and always says exactly what he means. One Saturday, we were having lunch and enjoying our day together. Then his phone lit up with a woman's name, Emma. My stomach dropped instantly as Daniel answered the call. The conversation lasted less than a minute before he hung up. Nothing unusual happened. But my mind didn't care. Who was Emma? Why was she calling him? Why had I never heard of her? That evening, Daniel noticed I had become unusually quiet. When I finally asked about Emma, he simply smiled. "She's my team leader," he said. That was it. No secret, no drama, no betrayal. Still, overthinking is exhausting. Every fear becomes a story that feels real. Months passed, and Daniel remained patient through all my worries. But every time I doubted him, I noticed sadness in his eyes. Not anger, not frustration, just sadness. Then one night, I received the text that changed everything. "We need to talk tomorrow." The next morning, Daniel asked me to meet him at the cafe where we had our first date. My hands shook as I walked inside. I was convinced it was a breakup. Daniel looked nervous. My heart sank even lower. Then he reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. "Sophia," he said, "you spend so much time imagining how this could end. But I spend every day imagining how to make it last forever." He opened the box. Inside was a ring. I started crying immediately. The kind of crying you can't stop. At that moment, I realized how wrong I had been. I had been preparing for heartbreak, while standing in the middle of love. I had been searching for reasons to leave while someone was trying to stay. "Is that a yes?" Daniel asked with a nervous laugh. I nodded through my tears and said, "Of course it's yes." Today, we're married, and I still overthink sometimes. But whenever fear starts, creating problems that don't exist, I remember that day. Not every silence hides a secret. Not every delay means rejection. Not every fear is a warning. Sometimes a scary text message is just a nervous man planning a proposal. And sometimes the greatest risk isn't trusting the wrong person. Sometimes it's failing to trust the right one.